Welcome, boys. Okay, I guess we're going to be replacing the door module in this video, and hopefully it works. Part number slightly different, but it should fit, so we'll see what's doing. But first, we need to confirm this thing is bad. So let me show you what we got going on. I have this scan tool, which WJ HandyDad might recognize, and it is attached to the car. So let's go to Diagnose. Let's just go to VIN. Automatic identification. And then we will see what we have in our door module. Okay, so while our machine's doing what it's doing, notice this light says door ajar. None of the doors are ajar. Every single one of them is closed. Just saying. It flashes on and off, so we'll see how long it takes to do that. Okay, so I'm going to do an automatic scan on the car. See right there, that's what that shit does. Well, now it's doing it much slower than it used to. Last night it was completely off, like it acted like there was no problems, but normally it's just like beep, 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 over and over and over and over again. Okay, so we got quite a few fails up in this bitch. Let's see. See, it says there's no codes in the driver door module. But that can't be right. Okay. So we have circuit of left front door ajar switch is shorted to ground. That's what it says. But she's lying, boys. And we also have a high control circuit of fuel volume regulator. A high control circuit of fuel volume regulator. Whatever that means. Okay. See, look at this shit. The ajar switch state of driver door. That one keeps saying closed. The ajar switch state of passenger door. We all saw it. See, non-applicable. Closed. That light's now off. Well, let's see. So the passenger's still acting up. Driver door is in fact ajar. Passenger one keeps moving around. But I have all new switches. So I'm fairly certain it's the module. I don't believe that any of these switches are bad. They're all brand new. So look at that shit. Fuck you, car. Alright, hopefully we can change the module and this works. I'll apologize in advance for the wind noise. As usual, it's hot out, and your boy doesn't feel like dying. So we finally received in the mail the door modules for the Town Car for Panzer platform. Thanks, buddy! And we can finally fix this nightmare of a car where we have problems with either having to pull the fuse and then stick the key in the door the whole time to unlock it. Ditto for the trunk, not being able to adjust the mirrors, not having interior dome lights come on, and all the no alarm or security systems so people can steal the car, which has happened. As you can see, we do have it back. So we're going to fix all that stuff, pull the door panel off, and replace the module. Now, I have done in previous videos door panel removal. But in case you haven't seen those videos, we need to recap. There are 3 Phillips screws down here. 1, 2, and 3. A T30 Torx there, and behind these 2 caps, 2 more Phillips. Once we take all that stuff off, we can yank the door panel off with a good heave hole from either side, unplug the electrical connectors, and we'll be good to go. But before you do any of that, you do need to take this part out and unplug the electrical connectors for all these switches here. So we're going to do that, get the door panel off, pull the old module out, and then put our new module in. We have 2 of them to play with, one from a long wheelbase and one from some regular town car. put them in and see if they work. So great, plug and play, call it a day. And if it's not plug and play, we do have a scan tool. We also have ForScan. Either of those two things, and I should be able to initialize the module for this car, but I don't think we'll have to do that. Assuming the Town Car these came from have either the same or more options, we will be fine. So I'll set you up and let's take this panel off. Okay, boys, now that we've gotten that taken care of, we should be able to put the fuse back in, and then hopefully everything works. If everything works, go ahead and program the remote. So this here 7.5 amp fuse goes in this little spot between these two tins. Right here. So in the middle, bottom right of the fuse box. Oh, that's in. I think it should work. Alright, now the real thing we're here for. Let's go America, Lincoln. Let's do an automatic scan. Let's see if it can pick up the presence of the driver door module. Okay, so it does detect it. If you pull the fuse, it will not detect it. I know this from other videos I've done that may or may not have been released yet. And all these other fails are going to be historic, I believe, left over from it not being able to communicate with the previous driver door module. So once it finishes scanning everything, I'm going to click on the ones that fail, and they're all going to have a similar code. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's like fail to communicate with something, and what it's essentially saying is it failed to communicate with another module. Okay, boys, and we have cleared all the codes. Driver door module is normal. There are no more trouble codes in it. If I wanted to, actually, you know what, let's go into the lighting control module. And let's do a live data. Okay, so from here we can make sure everything works. Let's try... Actually, let's just go read trouble codes on the light control module. It should, yeah, it's going to go through everything. So we just had the horn check. Interior lights are flashing 3 times. Parking lights are flashing. High beams flashing. It just did the low beams right after the honk. So it shows everything's working on the light control module. I imagine once this finishes, it should say everything's golden. And that's just the, that'll always show there whenever you're doing that test. The chime input request circuit short to battery or blah, blah, blah. So that's just because we were doing diagnostics. That's not actually a problem. So what's the point of that working, you ask? Or making sure it works? Let's go to the driver door module now. Let's go live data. We know there's no code, so we don't have to do anything. So let's just make sure that everything works. Driver door is already unlocked, so let's lock the doors. Or do I have to go into Okay, yeah, you know what, my bad. I went to the wrong thing. Let's go to the actuation test. Okay. Lock. All 4 doors are locked. Security system is apparently armed now. So let's unlock the driver's door. That one's unlocked. Let's unlock them all, the rest of them. They're all unlocked. Let's unlock the trunk. Surely you heard that. And the trunk is now ajar. Okay. So the point is, everything works. Door jar switches, if I wanted to check and make sure that they're all working, you can do that. But we don't have to mess with any of that. Point is, everything works now, because when you open the door, interior lights come on, the door jar switch does work. And let's exit the vehicle and arm it. There we go. See, so everything works. So it's a successful door module replacement on our 2003 Lincoln Town Car, and I'd especially like to thank Panzer Platform for hooking the brother up with those 2 door modules. I tested them both. They do both work. So when I cut the camera and I figured out everything worked on the long wheelbase, I actually went ahead and removed it and then put the other one in just to confirm it also works. And that's the one that's actually in the car now. So both of them work. Everything's perfectly fine. I'm going to save the long wheelbase one just in case. And I didn't need to program anything. All I had to do was simply put my trunk. Didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was simply it was just plug and play. The only difference now is I have to actually reprogram the remote so they'll work with the car. So let's go ahead and hop back in the car and do that real quick, and then once everything's programmed, go ahead and close it out. Okay, boys, I'm going to assume you can in fact see me. So I got my 4 remotes we need to program. I'm assuming there's batteries in all of them. So we need to stick the key in the ignition and cycle it 8 times with the quickness. On our 8th one, we should hold it in position. The lock should cycle. At that point, we can press the buttons on each one of our remotes. The locks will cycle again to confirm that they are also programmed. So let's try it. You gotta be quick, boys. Okay, that remote's good. That remote's good. That remote's good. Seems the only one. Oh, nope, this remote's good. Okay. So we have 4 remotes programmed. Does the remote work though? Lock. Unlock. Lock. Unlock. Lock. Unlock. Lock. Unlock. Alrighty. That's it, boys. That's how we replace the driver door module, how we check to verify everything's good, and how we reprogram our keys. So, or our remotes, rather. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And again, special thanks to Panzer Platform for hooking a brother up, because every time I go to the junkyard, somebody always jacks the door module before I can get there. Must be a hot item. Can't imagine why. Catch you in the next video, boys. Thanks for watching. Peace.